So now let's begin with artificial vegetative propagation. This is carried out by stem cutting, grafting, layering and tissue culture. So these are the four ways by which artificial propagation can be carried out. So let's study one by one. In stem cutting, example is your rose. What happens? Small stems of plant is cut and then sowed in the soil. It is watered regularly and within 8 to 15 days new shoots sprout and develop into a new plant. Coming to grafting, for grafting also rows can be taken. Grafting is usually a method used for growing different varieties of the same species on the same plant. So in grafting what happens? A stalk is taken, that is your potted plant is taken with the root system. And then it is cut vertically. The stalk is cut vertically and the shoot part, whichever variety of plant I need. Suppose I have to grow yellow, red, pink and white, all four types of roses on the same plant. So I will go for grafting. In that what will I take? The stalk is your potted plant with roots. This is known as stalk. And the shoot part that we take is known as scion. The shoot part, the bud part that we take is your scion. Now red part stalk is taken and pink part scion is taken. That is also vertically cut and then tied here. Small amount of cow dung is taken, it is wrapped around the joint and then tied with a piece of cloth. As a result, what happens? Within 10 to 15 days, a new sprout will germinate and you will get two varieties of roses growing on the same plant. This is how grafting is done. Grafting is done in two methods. One is with apical bud and other is with stem. Now this grafting what I have shown is grafting of two stems. Now coming to apical bud. So this is your potted plant, what we call it as stalk. This is your full plant. This is your entire plant. Now in plants, what we see, there are nodes and internodes, and at the nodes there are axillary buds. So in the axil, that is between leaves and stem, small axillary buds are there which develop into new branches. So in grafting of apical bud, we take these axillary buds either from the tip or from the node part from the axil. So what will I do? I take the stalk, I cut the axil part of this plant. And then implant the axil of the another plant, the one that I require. So this is your apical bud and this is your stalk. The same procedure will be carried out. A small amount of cow dung will be applied around it and then tied. Within 10 to 15 days, this axillary bud will develop into new branch and then you can have both the varieties of the flower or the fruit on the same plant. So this is how grafting is done. Then coming to third type, that is layering. Layering is seen in jasmine. In layering what we do? In layering, you will have number of branches growing. Number of branches grow, and then one of the branch, suppose this branch, one of the branch is bent and buried in the soil. After few days, this shoot or this buried part will develop adventitious roots, and then you can cut it off from the parent plant, and this plant will grow as independent new plant. Clear? So this is how layering is done. Example is your jasmine. Coming to tissue culture. Tissue culture is also known as micro propagation. Now what is micro propagation? Micro means very minute, tiny. So in tissue culture, what we do, we take few cells of the plant, and that few cells will develop into entire small plantlet which can be sown in the soil and get the required plant. So since this type of vegetative propagation is carried out artificially and with the help of few cells, it is known as micropropagation. So now let's see what happens in micropropagation. So now let's see how the tissue culture takes place. For this, a small tissue is collected from the growing region of the plant. So which is the growing region of the plant? The tip of the plant. So from that, few meristematic cells are taken and then put it in the culture medium. So this is your culture medium. And in that, those cells are introduced. Those few cells are introduced. After few days, this cells which is taken for the tissue culture purpose is known as explant. The cells which is taken for the tissue culture purpose is known as explant. Now these cells will rapidly multiply in this culture medium and will form a mass of cells called callus. These are your nutrient medium. A small mass of cell is formed and is known as callus. Once this mass of cell is formed, it is transferred into another culture medium that contains plant hormones also. So this is a nutrient medium containing the nutrient medium, culture medium and plant hormone. These plant hormones will act on the cells and leads to differentiation. Differentiation in the sense which cells are going to form root, which cells are going to form shoot, and which cells are going to form stem and leaves. So plant differentiation takes place because of the growth hormones present in that culture medium, and you will get number of saplings. These are your saplings. So these saplings are then grown in a pot filled with soil. Now these plants can grow independently and in nature. But there are two big disadvantages of tissue culture, or you can say the artificial methods, because number of such plants grow in small area. So overcrowding may take place. Another difference is, another big problem is that these plants are genetically identical. Though they are disease resistant, though they are grown, especially this tissue culture is grown in strict aseptic conditions where no kind of infection may occur to the sapling. But still, when they are planted in nature, due to any infection, the entire lot of cultivation may go to waste. So these are the two big disadvantages of micropropagation, but it has a very big advantage because it is very economical. From few cells you can have number of saplings. Then it is very good for agriculture and horticulture. How? Because they gives you high yielding. Now these are grown from small tissues. So we have selected the variety, we have selected the traits, we have selected the characters. So these plants give you high yield, they are disease resistant as well as fast growing. So these are your big advantages also, and for this reason people prefer artificial vegetative propagation on a large scale. So that's all about the vegetative propagation. In the next video we will study about the sexual reproduction in plants with the help of flower. How flower helps in carrying out reproduction. Thank you.